Hello guys, welcome back to OpenTTD. I'm DeathDread88 and we're going to continue on with this. So in the last episode we added on this other line here, we connected up couple different mines here, and we're just sort of working on getting supplies around and then also improving our train stations. So we will continue on and let's see what else we can connect here. Maybe we want to run a city or two into this, I'm not quite sure, that might not be a bad idea. So let's start with this guy. 2 by might help better if we have a 3. So if we equalize that land out right there, well, that was the wrong way I wanted to go. We'll equalize that land out right there. Alright. Then we'll build in a station here. So now they don't want me to build anything. So the way I improve that, if we go back into landscaping, we can add tons of trees. Trees are fun to add. Well, not really, but you can just make massive rows of trees. And it's a nice way to spend money. So now they should be happy enough to allow us to throw a station in there. There we go. Then, as you see, I have trees set to not show up, so that makes it a little bit easier to use everything. Boom, boom. And there is that. So now we should have this set up to boom. And then this will be our in here. And this guy can be our out. We'll run that into that guy. Have that right there. And I've sort of been looking up some videos, so I'm thinking these signals are probably going to be best for us. And they'll just allow the trains to come in, load up, and then leave. Well, I don't want that one there. And then we're just sort of going to add to this, try and make it look a little bit better, and we're also going to try and connect up another passenger line, because passenger lines are the easiest way to make money. Well, they're not the easiest initially, but in the long run, it's better to have passenger lines. So then we'll do another one of those guys up here. Probably want to equalize that land out, if allowed. Let's see how mad they are at me. I need 2 after it. Okay, need to equalize it out one more. There we go. Alright, so then that'll allow us to run into here. And I always try and set them up this way just so then we have all the ways the trains are going all correct and everything. There we go, and hopefully we'll get that new steam train here sometime soon, because there's a faster steam train that I want to get. So that'll make our life a little bit easier. So now if we go equalize that guy out. And you saw how that took a lot of money to do that. Alright, we're going to want to equalize you out, and then we're going to want to equalize you across the water here. And we're going to want to equalize you across the water too. Alright, so there we go. Now we'll bring this in here. And there's our 2 lines. Now we can connect this up to the main line here. And we do run into some more water, but we're just going to equalize that guy out. That cost a lot of money, but we have plenty of money right now. And then we'll run it into here. And I'm not quite sure, as I said before, I'm not quite sure how far I'm going to take this series at all. But we're just going to keep building, see what we get, and go from there. Alright, there is that. We'll want to remove the signals here. So we'll remove that and that. Throw you in here, you in here. And there's other ways to do this, but this is just the way I prefer to do it because it's a nice little compact intersection here, and we can connect pretty much anything up to this, and if we wanted to, we could even run it that way. But for now, we aren't really going to be running it that way. So we'll put that there, put that here. That'll mean you're there. We'll put in the 3 signals. And we'll measure that out. We'll run it all the way down. And we'll fix the signals up here at some point. Yeah, what this should allow them to do with these signals here, they should allow us to allow more than one train into this as long as they have a reserved path or a path that they can pass on. And that should reduce the amount of signals I'm putting in. Also, didn't think of it that way before, but that's not a bad way to think about it. We're probably going to want to throw in a depot here too. So we'll start working on that. 1920. And can't quite run it into there. So we'll go back one. And we're also going to want to equalize you out to about there. Actually, probably about there. And there's that. So now we're going to want to add in the signals. Down here, like that. Down here, like that. Alright. And if you hit Q, that's another short key to essentially lower terrain. And that'll allow us to put in the depots here. So there we go. Now we're going to set up a new train. Going to be the steam train. And I always do passenger cars. And then I make like the last 2 mail cars. Or you can make it the first 2, however you see you want to do it. So then we can go to here and go to here. We'll have you do full load and full load. And we'll see how that goes. And this will be the first passenger train that I've done. I usually don't do passenger trains all the time, but I'll just show you how this works. And then this city should start growing, because I connected up 2 bigger places. Sometimes you can do the smaller places too. That should allow us train into there, and they'll be able to pick up some passengers. And even though we spent almost $1 million last year, we still brought in some money. It's showing us there that a train wasn't making money this year. I'm not quite sure why it wasn't. But at some point we're going to take all the old trains and replace them with new ones, so they'll be a lot faster. And actually, if I have you don't do full load, don't do full load. If I just have you constantly run, we should have a lot of passengers build up here, and then at some point we'll have passengers build up there. We can also take the goods that we're producing at this factory and transport them into the cities to increase its growth too. That's another way to go about it, which at some point I may do that. And let's see here now, how much are we making? That's a little high up, but don't really have too much in choice there when it comes to the station. There we go, made about $4,000. And this train currently has a bunch of passengers and some mail. Alright, so now if we get this train going, at some point we'll make bigger passenger trains, but Yeah, we'll probably want to add in another line there. Not quite sure what the maximum load on the train is right now. Oh, there we go. And you are pretty much full. So capacities, looking at 60 bags of mail and 240 passengers. So that's pretty good train size. If we go to ratings here, it's a little mediocre, but he'll get it taken care of. Usually you'll want to run more than one train per passenger line just to increase its productivity. And this train will probably want to stop off at the depot there. Yep. There we go. Alright. There we go. And he'll keep loading everything up. So I think we're going to add in a goods train now, just so we can start getting stuff transported as far as goods go. Do new vehicle, those. We'll do... Alright, it's telling us new aircraft is available, but we don't deal with aircraft. Alright, so let's see what a 7x7 train does. And this is just experimenting. Fully load. I want you to go here and do full load. So now, if we go here, train hasn't quite gotten up to full speed, but that's just because it's such a big train. Probably should have added a second engine on there. Yeah, we're going to, as soon as you stop, we're going to send you to the depot and add on another train engine, just because we can. Alright, let's see what you do now. There we go. You should have twice the power, essentially. Twice the horsepower. This is also why they do chain up trains now if they have really heavy trains, like in real life. They'll chain up multiple engines so they have optimal torque. And I could have done it to where I had one at the front, one at the back, but that's just a weird way to design it. Alright, so we're going to have you go and stop for a full load. And then we'll have to wait on some resources getting in here. Alright. Alright, it's telling us it's producing goods. And that might not be another bad thing, is to maybe add a farm or something up to here. Let's do that. Let's see what's the closest farm to one of our lines. We actually went around a farm to get on one of the lines. Alright. There we are. They're doing okay, and I've got a passenger train somewhere in here. There we go. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to add in like this station or something maybe. Though that's a little close. Do I want to maybe add in a second line that runs here? That wouldn't be a bad idea. Alright then, let's add in a second line that would run over a lot of water, but it should connect two different parts up. Then we can connect a couple more things into that. guy should be able to run a bridge to there, and run another one right on next to it. Here we go. If we bulldoze that. Bridges are sort of inefficient, but over long distances they seem a little bit better. Alright, so then we'll have to do you right there. And it would cost me literally millions of dollars to just plow this over and keep on going, so we're not going to do that. Lines. And it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to link in on this guy. And this will just allow our trains essentially another way to get from point A to point B, whatever they see as the smallest possible distance for a train to go. And as you see, we're losing a little bit of money, but we'll regain that within no time. We go here and here, can shoot that over there. Do the same with this guy. And these are like the wider intersections. So if we're taking it in, should be able to essentially take a train in from any position now. So now we'll have to do entry signal, and that guy will have to be an entry signal. And it's not small like those other little junctions that we've been doing, but it's an expanded view of that. So essentially a train that comes in here can go either go this way, he can go that way, he can go down that line there, and then same with the other two. There are some that you don't really need in here. Like for instance, this guy can't go, he can't go into that. This guy probably never going to connect up to that. That seems a little bit more efficient because she'll be able to come in, go that way, come in and go that way. And as you see, I think a train's already using our, is a train using our track here? Could be. Not sure. It's telling me it's been blocked, so. Now we can actually do one of those a little bit tighter intersections in here. That'll work out a lot better there. But this will essentially just allow the trains to be a lot more efficient on moving around. And this will also help as we gain more trains and then eventually onto different types of resources. As you see that guy there, he sees the most efficient route to go now is this way. So then we're going to run this all the way up to the track down here. And hopefully the trains start to use this stuff. Because otherwise we just spent a bunch of money doing nothing, in essence. But we're making plenty of money, so we don't really have to worry about that at all. We're already in the year 1950. I'm surprised we don't have another steam train yet. We'll probably want to add in another station of some sort, like a depot in here somewhere. But yeah, now we got essentially two lines that run straight down here. One sort of does this weird loop-de-loop thing, and then one just sort of cuts straight down this way. And it looks like those guys are actually going to prefer this route now. So yeah, that's efficiency working right there. Let's see, I can probably hook up one more city before we're done here. Let's go for this guy. We'll have to turn visibility for... Nope. Where is visibility? There's visibility somewhere in here. There we go. Transparent buildings. That's what I want. I sort of think the buildings sort of work together with this, but you never know. And then if we equalize you out, and then we can bring you essentially into here. And we can also use that farm. We can essentially take cars and transport over to here to also transport agricultural production. And we'll do just one nice little kind of weird entry thing here. That'll work out fine. As long as you don't keep putting all the different tracks down. And you don't want to go this way now, so we'll have to equalize a little bit more terrain out. That should allow us... There we go. And then we'll be able to run the passengers into here. That's right, don't want to touch that guy. Get rid of that one. And now we can add in another little intersection here. There's that. Entry from there. And we'll have to get rid of you. Add on the entry. And then, yeah. Looking a lot better now. Because now the train should be able to go straight through. There we go. And of course it broke down. Then we'll just have you run from here all the way up to here. And there we go. Alright guys, so it's looking like this will be the end of the episode. We added on a couple more things here. Added actually a new line here, so that'll help out a bit with transporting everything. As always, if you have any ideas as to how to improve the video, just let me know. Comment them below. Like the video, and then also subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.